Welcome to Brain Vision.
So we start off with a roller coaster at point A with a height of h from the ground. We want to find at point B what is the minimum value of h such that the roller coaster doesn't fall off at point B. So it will still stick onto the track as it is moving across point B. Now at point B, the roller coaster would experience only the weight, right? Its own weight. And for it to not fall, it must be moving at a certain speed, a certain velocity, such that the entire weight is used to be the centripetal acceleration, centripetal force required to keep the roller coaster in circular motion. And so this means that in circular motion, we know that the centripetal acceleration is v squared over r, where r is the radius of the circular motion. This must be equals to the acceleration due to gravity, right, at B, which is just g. And so v must be equals to r times g square root. So this is the minimum velocity that is required. So v must be greater than or equals to rg. Now to get this amount of velocity, it means that from point A to point B, the change in potential energy from point A to point B must be converted into kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy must provide sufficient velocity. So this change in height is h minus 2r, right? Since the height of B is 2 times of the radius, right? Times mg. This will give us the gravitational potential energy that was converted into kinetic energy. So half mv squared. The kinetic energy can cancel out the m. We rearrange the equation a bit to find what is h. So this is 1 over 2g times v squared plus 2r and remember that our v must be greater or equals to square root of rg, which means that our h must be greater or equals to rg over 2g plus 2r. And this leaves us with half plus half r plus 2r, which is 5 over 2r. So h must be greater than 5 over 2r. For the next part of the question, we are given that if h is 3.5 r and so h is 3.5 r and r is 20 meters, we want to compute the speed as well as the radial acceleration, tangential acceleration of the passengers, as when the car is at C. So at point C, that is in the loop at the side, right? This is the position of the car, and it's moving downwards. So we do the same steps as before, right? Remember that the speed is governed by the kinetic energy that it has, and the kinetic energy that it has is dependent on the conversion of the gravitational potential energy from point A to point C. And so the difference in gravitational potential energy is mg times 3.5 r minus r. We equate that to half mv squared, and so v must be equals to 2 times of 2.5 r, just 5 r, times g. We take the square root of the entire thing. This will give us 31.3 meters per second. Now the radial acceleration is simply the centripetal acceleration, which is v squared over r. We already found our v square, alright, our v, so 31.3 squared divided by the radius, which is 20. This gives us 49 meters per second squared. For the tangential acceleration, so tangential direction when the car is over here is downwards. This is the tangential direction. The only force acting on the car that is downwards is gravity, right? Its own mass. And so the only acceleration that is tangential must be equals to g, which is 9.8. Now to show all these acceleration components in a small diagram. So assuming this is our point of interest, the center of mass of the car, then the acceleration due to the radial direction, is as such, whereas the tangential acceleration is such. And so the net acceleration is in this direction, encompassing both the centripetal acceleration as well as the gravity.